That's the wavelength. Lock it down.
Already got it. Broadcast signal injected. We're in. Piggybacking underway.
Look stable. Roll titles.
Tech 4, helping everyday citizens break free of the mainstream target lock with unscrambled news from across the cluster.
Now, as we discussed sleepers and their wormhole habitats earlier, we are hoping to establish live contact with our intrepid field reporter Meilikki Valpuri, who is currently aboard the science vessel Raskaan Veyden, bound for wormhole space. Our technical team has just informed me that the fluid router communications have been established. Meilikki, can you hear me?
Paydas? Yes, Paydas, I can hear you. I'm here on the rather cramped command and control deck of the Raskaan Veyden, a probe-class frigate of the Eifyr Company's science and exploration fleet. Of the 10 crew aboard, 4 of them, 4 Paydas, are currently squeezed into this small space where they are preparing to approach a newly discovered wormhole.
So there's not much room for you in there.
Not really, but we're managing. I'm squatting just behind the science officer who has spent the last few minutes locating a wormhole that has just opened up in the Arlex system. Lieutenant Sajaman, you were just explaining the process to me. Locating wormholes seems to be a fairly complex process. Wouldn't you agree, Lieutenant?
Actually, verifying its existence is easy enough. Most ships are able to detect the presence of a wormhole using remote probes, which are launched into space and positioned around the solar system. The real trick is locking down the signature so we can then warp to it.
I see. So, just how close are you to locking down this particular wormhole?
Well, we're just waiting for the remote probes to report their findings. I've got 4 of them positioned within half an AU of the wormhole signature, and I think that ought to be enough. Okay, signature accuracy at 100%. I've got coordinates to the wormhole event, Kilo Tango Oscar 509er.
Roger that. Helm, mark location and align.
Coordinates locked, moving to align, 0 point at 6.81 AU from our current position. Location marked.
Recalling probes.
Warp to 20 clicks on my mark. Mark.
Warp drive active.
And we've just entered warp. It's a totally different experience in such a small vessel. If you've only traveled by commercial transporter, you have no idea how disorienting this is. Still, watching the warp tunnel out of the viewport, it's breathtaking. Looking out, I can see a temper planet sliding by, away, and past to the void.
Think I can see my house?
Shut up, Wesley.
Decelerating. Subwarp in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Subwarp systems online. Grid is clear. Aligning to outpoint.
Wormhole is on visual, dead ahead, 20 clicks. Commencing analysis.
By the Matari Elders. It's full of stars.
They're a sight, aren't they? Never really get tired of looking at them.
I'll try to describe what we're looking at, but it's
a big bubble.
Well, yes, it's a sort of vast orb hanging in space. It's pulsating and shimmering. The surface is like glass or water, and I can see the surrounding solar system reflecting from it.
That's not a reflection.
It's not?
No, look at the color of the star. You're looking across the event horizon into another system light years away.
That's incredible. Do we know what system it is?
Hold on a second. I'm going to collate and cross-reference the data, but it seems like... Yep, this system is unrecorded in our database.
And what does that mean?
Sleeper space.
Suddenly, the beguiling and majestic beauty of this natural phenomenon has taken a much more sinister turn. Now, as I look into the wormhole, I cannot help but to think if someone or something is looking back at us.
Well, it is what we came for. Helm, line for approach. Science, report.
This wormhole's stable. Projected lifespan more than a day.
Okay, take us in.
As we approach the wormhole, it seems as if it's growing and opening to suck us in. We are unsure if there are stable fluid router communications from the other side, but I will report our findings as soon as possible.
Event wavelength established. Quantum harmonic synchronized.
Wormhole at 2 clicks. Jump point reached.
This is Meilikki Valpuri aboard the Raskaan Veyden, entering unknown space and signing off.
Jump.
Those of you who joined us in our last broadcast will remember that Tech4's own field reporter, Meilikki Valpuri, joined the all-human crew of the science vessel Raskaan Veyden for an extended assignment investigating wormhole space. Technological and financial limitations have prevented regular communications, but Meilikki has been updating us via pre-recorded transmissions from communications probes sent back through the wormhole at regular intervals. What follows are excerpts of transmissions received since our previous airing, along with her most recent message in its entirety.
It's day 0 of the Raskaan Veyden expedition. We've just jumped into wormhole system J10040. It was a jarring experience, but we made it through unharmed. Lieutenant Sajiman reported that there are strange interspatial phenomena emanating from a black hole within this region of space. Some of the ship's systems seem to be behaving oddly because of it. I believe Captain Breck's plan is to proceed cautiously and move away from the exit of the wormhole. From there, we'll find a safe place where preliminary tests can be conducted. It's day 3 of the Raskaan Veyden expedition. We've now been floating in space for some hours at a safe point while various tests are being conducted. I've been impressed with the professionalism of the crew. The mood has been extremely tense on board the Raskaan Veyden, but everyone has been working with incredible diligence to find out more about this mysterious system that we are now in. As data is being captured by our remote probes, it is assessed by the command crew, while simultaneously being studied by the science and engineering teams below deck. From what I've been overhearing, there are no signs of current capsular activity in the system. There are, however, several anomalies containing gas clouds, asteroid fields, but no sleeper sites as of yet. The search continues. It's now day 4 of the Raskaan Veyden expedition. Our science team has logged on to an indecipherable broadcast stream that seems to be passing through a number of the anomalies in system. Right now, we're listening in on the command crew as we come out of warp, en route to one of these anomalies for a closer look.
Exiting warp in 3, 2, 1. Subwarp systems online. Aligning to out vector.
What's out there?
Okay, let's see. It appears to be an asteroid field of assorted ore types, mainly Arcanor. The asteroids are right large, and up to 10% more dense than normal. The surrounding gases are also unusually thick, and there appears to be a significant amount of debris.
Debris?
I got an out else, Captain. Reckon we should send the drone to collect samples.
Roger that. Lieutenant Sajiman is down with the deck crew. Have him prep cuddles.
Aye, aye, sir. Drone deck is hot.
The scene before us is mesmerizing. I'm looking at a roiling mass of earthy-colored cloud and rock that stretches as far as the eye can see. The space all around us seems to glitter almost magically and...
Quick. I made 8 new SIGs off the grid. 80 clicks off. 11 o'clock low on approach vector.
ID?
Negative. No capsuleer registrations detected. Hull designs aren't recognized either. 7 frigate size, 1 cruiser.
They're locking. Blind me, they're quick. The frigs have nearly closed us. Cruiser missiles inbound. They're nearly in my weapons range.
Negative. Disengage. Helm, warp now!
Warp drive activated. We're away.
What was that? Who were they?
Did we get any data?
Still no information on registration or hull designs. Initial scans detected no shield technology, and the weapon systems appeared alien.
And they have a right poor attitude towards visitors.
Well, folks, I think we can safely chalk that up as our first sleeper encounter.
Exiting warp in 3, 2, 1. Subwarp systems online. Aligning to... Emergency! Hostile detected. We're being locked.
Did they follow us?
Nay, capsular ident confirmed. Oh, heck. Tengu-class strategic cruiser. We're buggered.
Stasis field and warp disruption in progress. Missiles inbound.
Correction. We're completely buggered.
Oh, shut up, Wesley. Lock and fire it. We'll deploy the combat drone. Helm, burn away. Evacuate the civilians, now!
Wait, what?
Someone get this reporter off my bridge.
What? I'm not going any... Stop! Fine, just stop pushing me. I'm going. This is not what I meant when I said I wanted it. It's not supposed to be like this. This is Meilikki Valpuri on board the Raskaan Veyden, abandoning ship.
This will be my last message. No one has come. I've lost track of time. Days, weeks, maybe months. I don't know. They're all endless black in space. I've tried to keep track of the capsule rotations. I think it turns about once every 4 minutes, but I've run out of space on the walls. I think I can safely say it's been a long time. I still see the lights over on the Raskaan Veyden wreck. If there is anyone there, I can't reach them. I've tried. I've taken comfort from their presence anyway, be it real or imagined. They've been my closest companions in these silent, dark months. I accept that this is my end. The rations won't last much longer, and I think the power cells are starting to fail. But I am Bourynes. I will face my last hours with strength and pride. I plan to... What? I don't know what this means. There's someone coming. That's an incoming signature alarm. I've been found. I've been found. Thank you. Oh, thank the elders. I'm trying to get a visual out of one of the portholes, but there's no sign yet. I really can't see any... No. Oh, that can't be right. What is... I'm looking at a ship that can only be described as evil. It's sliding towards the Raskaan Veyden wreck. It's awful. It's dark. It's as dark as space. Covered in spines. I think it's not just mission ship. It's going on view. I can't get a good look. There it is. It's not much bigger than the Raskaan Veyden was, so it must be a succubus class frigate. It's come to a halt beside the wreck and... No! It's firing at the wreck. No, it's not firing. The SYNOPSIS ship has focused a steady beam onto the wreckage, and now it's releasing these tiny objects. Drones, maybe? I can't tell, it's so dark. They're swarming all over the wreck, and they're tearing at it, ripping it apart. Oh, if there was anyone alive in that intact segment, they've decompressed it. Maybe that's for the better from what I've heard. In SYNOPSIS Nation, they do awful things. Are those pods? The salvage drones have torn the wreck open and they're dragging pods out into space and carrying them back to the succubus. No, pods mean they're alive. But now what? Oh, it's awful. Oh, elders, help me. The drones are going back to the frigate now. The beam is gone. There's not much left of the wreck, and it's breaking up and just floating away. They've picked the last of the meat off the bones. The SYNOPSIS ship is turning to leave. No, it's coming this way. No, it's headed for me. Get it for me. Oh, Elders. Elders, help me, they're coming.